So I'm gonna put 260 grams of ground coffee in here, and I'm gonna add some filtered water. So I'm about to do that now, so watch and see. And a little bit about this coffee. This is about a Indiana. It's supposed to be a good roaster. It's called Copper Moon. This is their favorite brand, Stargazer. As I was reading the ingredients, it says it may contain artificial and natural flavoring. So I don't know what that means, but it doesn't have any GMOs and it's gluten-free and allergy-free. So this is a reputable company, so to speak. And it's 100% Arabica coffee. It's a premium coffee blend. So that's what they say, reach for the moon with this cold brew I'm about to put together. So first thing you're gonna need is a nice scale, and I've got to put my beans in a bowl, so I'm gonna get a bowl, and I'm gonna weigh out 260 grams. When you're making cold brew, you'll go through a bag of coffee easily. There's 32 ounces right here, and you probably get a couple pitchers of cold brew. But this is a easy process. It's quick, but the time frame is about 12 hours before the brew is ready. So keep that in mind. Anywhere from 12 to 24 or 18. The time frame is arguable, but the minimum of 12 hours. You want to let it brew. Always seal your coffee if you can. Keep it sealed. Keep it airtight in dry places. Now, this is supposed to be a medium roast. As you can see, this is supposed to be a medium roast, but it looks more dark. To me, it looks more dark. Full City Plus, that's what they call it. But they call it a medium roast. Now, this is a dark roast. This is a local roaster out here in Washington. This is out of Bellingham. And let me let you see these beans. And this is a dark roast. And let you see the difference. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that, but this is a dark roast. Now, this is more like it, but to each his own. Some people say when it's really dark, it's burnt when you're stripping all the flavors and things of that nature. So you're really just getting a smoky, burnt taste. But some people like it. I like it in the French press. I like the medium roast in the French press also, but I do like dark roast in the French press. But some people say this is burnt coffee, especially once you start seeing the oils. It's oils in here. Once you start seeing them oils, you left it in the roast too long. But it's to each his own on that. You're going to get you a good grinder because I'm about to grind these beans. And we're going to do a coarse grind. So I'm going to put it, I want it really coarse. So I'm about to grind them up. I don't want it to spill. For some reason, coffee beans love to spill all over the place. Coffee beans and rice. Kind of hard to control them. All right, let's get it grinding. All right, when it comes to your cold brewer, you don't necessarily have to get this. I got this from grocery outlet. I got this for $8, something like that. Grocery outlet have deals, and this comes with a little filter or whatnot, or you can put the coffee grounds in here, and you'll put this over there. Once you put all your coffee grounds in here, you'll put this over here. When you put the cap on, you see it have a mesh screen all around it. And then you'll put it into the brewer. And then you're going to pour water. And it'll tell you how many cups of water to pour until it get up there to the limit. But you don't necessarily have to use that. You can use a French press. This is a French press. Also, it varies. But I like to use about 260 grams. Let me see the ratio for cold brew. What is the coffee ratio cold brew? So that's roughly how you do the ratio when it comes to brew measurements. So probably like a couple cups of grounds, and you want to have probably 4 cups of water. It's a hit and miss when you come to that, but on the safe side, I would say 1 to 12, 1 to 15 ratio. But I'm going to add the grounds to this. Grounds can fly all over the place, so I'm going to put these grounds in here from over here, because I have more to grind. And like I said, when it comes to your ratio, it's up to you, but I use 260 grams, so that's roughly 9 ounces, and I'll use probably 4 cups of water. So I use about 4 cups of water and 9 ounces of coffee grounds, roughly. But we'll see how much water when we get through. I think I use about 4 cups. So I'm about to ground the rest of these beans, and I'll be right back. Right, the grounds are completed, so I'm gonna pour the rest of the grounds into the reservoir. So these are all the grounds. So making cold coffee, you use a lot of coffee. So now all I'm gonna do is put the top on here, turn it, and sit it in here. Now I'm gonna pour some cold filtered water. Now I'm about to see how much water I would use. I say about 4 or 5 cups. So off 4 cups of water for 9 ounces. So basically 1 cup of coffee, I've used 4 cups of water so far. See if I can add some more. So all together, I use about 4.5. Now we wait. We put the top on here, and we come back in about 12 hours. So when I get through with this gives me about 12 cups of coffee. Probably even more than that. But we're gonna wait, and then we'll be back. So I'll be back in about 12 hours, and then I'll let you see how I finish this cold brew. I'm going to filter my cold brew, my cold coffee, and I like a clean cup, so I'm gonna filter this out. Paper filter. I'm gonna get a pull over, and I'm gonna filter this coffee out. I'm actually gonna put it into this container. So when I get through, this container is gonna be full of coffee. Let me pre-wet. I'm gonna pre-wet this filter. Because remember, you don't want that paper taste in your coffee. Do that and get something to drink. I really like these Spindrift sparkling water. It's real fruit. This can only got 3 calories in it, but I'm not sponsored or advertising this. I just like this, so it is what it is. I like it. Pretty good to me. I'm gonna put some hot water and pre-wet this filter. Made some homemade chocolate chip cookies. They soft. A lot of calories though, so make sure you do your fitness to alleviate those extra pounds. So I think I'm gonna go on and filter this out and basically gonna pour it in here, like so. It smells, it's really good. Got a good strong smell. It's gonna be some really good cold coffee. So now all I have to do is let it drip through the filter and let it fill up. So all these grounds can go in the trash now. I'm gonna try to squeeze as much as I can out of here, but can't smell. It smells really good though. So when you're making cold coffee, you want to use fresh beans if you can. You want to ground them up yourself. You want to go through this process. It's like a 12 to 16. Sometimes some people say 18 hours. Some people say 24. But the sweet spot is 12. So that's about all I'm getting out of there. But yeah, it's good. And all this coffee right here is going in the trash because I'm done with it. Cold brew. So like I use like coffee beans. So now I'm going to use probably like 4 water. So 1 cup of coffee yields probably like, there's probably like 2 right here. So I'm going to use like 4, you know. See a little residue right here. You see that residue? I don't want that in my coffee, so this is going to be a clean coffee. You're going to need your cold brewing system, but you don't have to get, I only pay like $8 for one from grocery outlet, but you don't have to get this. You can use a French press. But this is easy. You make the process easy. All right, let me get this water. Now we can see, let's see how much coffee I got out of that. So like I said, out of 9 ounces of beans, I got about 4 cups of cold concentrated brew. I'm gonna pour this in here. This is about 4 cups concentrated. Now you're gonna add basically half and half. That's how you dilute it. Give or take. You can add more, you know, water if you want less. This is part of how strong you want it. I like my middle, kind of moderate, so I'm gonna add like 4 ounces of water, and this is done. So now all you have to do is put it in the refrigerator. I like this little jug right here. It's spill proof, and if you want some good cold coffee now, all you gotta do is get you a cup of ice, put you some sweetener in it, and pour you some cold brew. And you can take this with you when you have cold brew on the go and save your money. So this concludes my cold brewing process. Hope you enjoyed it. And it's nighttime in the Pacific Northwest. I'm about to chill out and enjoy this day.